won't stop till I hear him say,
Warning: the information that we convey in these videos and the content on this page simply provides general consumer information. It is not legal advice or regulatory guidance. It is not intended to sway your personal bias in any way. We are simply just relaying information already available to the general public. We highly suggest you do your own research and draft your own opinion on the topics disclosed in this video breakdown. Without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy this video breakdown, and if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, consider doing so now. Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. In today's video breakdown, we're going to be covering some of the sketchy news articles surrounding the Binance exchange. A couple of interesting headlines have come out recently surrounding Binance. We're going to be diving into that in today's video breakdown. I'm going to be reading some fundamentals to you all, diving down the rabbit hole a little bit, allowing the audience to make their own assumption and opinion. Remember, nothing that we constitute here is financial advice or regulatory guidance. However, as a crypto influencer, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you all to be awake and aware of this stuff and that there are some shady things happening behind the scenes surrounding the Binance exchange. Before we jump into the fundamental articles today, I want to take your attention back to a November 17th tweet that I put out to you all. Binance, Genesis, DCG, Grayscale, all equal sketchy. Time will tell all. Okay. And now you see these articles coming out. This came out 4 hours ago. Binance's proof of reserves raises red flags. The report reads, Binance's efforts to improve transparency of its reserves also exposed red flags in the crypto exchange's finances, according to the accountant and financial specialist consulted by the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to read a couple of these little key highlights from these fundamental articles. You all can piece together your own opinion. Just understand that if you have your cryptocurrencies on these exchanges, ladies and gentlemen, they are not safe. It doesn't matter how safe you think they are. Do not entrust your cryptocurrencies on these exchanges. Nobody knows what the future potential and outcome of these cryptocurrency exchange fates are going to be. And you are playing a risky game, not only involving yourself in the cryptocurrency market as a whole, because we don't know what's going to happen with the emergent asset class. We're all speculative in nature. We're all speculating, right? A bullish future for this cryptocurrency exchange. But I've mentioned to you guys for quite some time that before we reach the top, before we reach mass adoption, before we reach institutionalized money coming into the space, there is going to be a bumpy road, okay? And you want to play it safe, ladies and gentlemen. That means preserving your capital in any way, shape, or form, okay? Protecting yourself, right? So, as noted by a former Financial Accounting Standards Board member and investment manager, the report by the audit firm Mazars did not bring confidence to investors about the exchange's finances, as it lacks information related to the quality of internal controls and how Binance systems liquidate assets to cover margin loans. This is not the first red flag raised by auditors or by individuals surrounding sketchy things that have been going on at Binance, ladies and gentlemen, okay? This article also was released just a couple of hours ago. This is on December 11th. Binance locks withdrawals for some accounts amid what CEO calls just market behavior. Interesting to say the least. Abnormal price movements on Binance, the leading crypto exchange by volume, sparked an internal investigation that led the CEO, CZ, concluding the movements were just market behavior. I just find it so interesting that they can just go out and say stuff like this, like they know. Despite temporarily freezing withdrawals from some profiting accounts, what? And people still use this exchange. It's nuts. Binance's official Twitter account announced the investigation at 3:10 a.m. It later concluded that the odd price movements, were not the result of compromised accounts or stolen API keys. The trading pairs involved included Sun Token, Ardor, and then it names a couple. I'm not going to go into those. Based on our investigation so far, this appears to be just market behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cryptocurrency off of these exchanges. They have the ability to lock your profits. Still, Binance temporarily locked withdrawals on some of the profiting accounts, according to its CEO, sparking debates about the role of centralized exchanges and how much they should intervene. Again, like I said, interesting to say the least, sketchy stuff going on behind the scenes. Let's jump into some past documentation and fundamentals surrounding the Binance exchange that came out this year. January 24th, 2022. Binance withheld anti-money laundering processes from regulators. If you're not awake and aware of the stuff that's been going on via the sketchy things behind the scenes surrounding Binance, ladies and gentlemen, you got to wake up. You got to do research. I know that not a lot of YouTubers talk about this stuff because they're so focused on bullish moon boy targets, but you got to do your intuitive research and you got to protect yourself out there. So this is an attempt for my viewers out there that are utilizing the Binance exchange to really be awake and aware as to what kind of sketchy stuff has been reported about them in the past. So that way, hopefully you can protect yourself in the future. Okay. This article reads some interesting key highlights. Major cryptocurrency exchange Binance withheld information about its anti-money laundering protocols at the same time as it publicly welcomed government oversight, according to an explosive new expose. The news comes as regulator scrutiny of the nascent cryptocurrency exchange market is on the rise. The question is, could the new revelations about one of the leading digital exchanges see cryptocurrencies fall further? Binance has spent the past couple of years touting its anti-money laundering chops. It has often repeated claims that it welcomes regulatory oversight. This is false, ladies and gentlemen. This is a false statement. They do not welcome regulatory oversight, and they have tried and attempted to dodge and move around it. As a part of this charm offense, Binance briefly courted Malta in 2018 as a potential new home after it left China in 2017. As part of that push, the cryptocurrency exchange contacted Malta's financial regulator, saying it planned to seek a license to operate on the island. Interesting to say the least. FTX was operating on the island as well. Maybe it's a correlation, right? However, a new report from Reuters suggests that Binance has quietly pulled out of that process, referencing sources familiar with the licensing discussion that this news agency claimed the Binance leadership had become concerned about how strict the regulator would be when it came to anti-money laundering protocols and financial disclosures. Despite scraping the plan, Binance still kept telling its millions of customers that it was governed under the laws of Malta. This fits into a bigger pattern of the business backing better regulation in public, but withholding information from regulators, with at least 8 agencies having warned customers about using the exchange. 8 different regulators, ladies and gentlemen, warning you all about utilizing Binance Exchange. You know regulation is coming. Who do you think they're going to be targeting? Major exchanges, big exchanges that are shady in business, and Binance is 110% one of them, ladies and gentlemen. These documents also include letters from German police and lawyers representing more than 30 suspected fraud victims seeking information about millions of euros allegedly being laundered through the exchange. Okay. I won't read the rest of this one. We'll move on to the next one because there's so many. There's so many. And I feel like not a lot of crypto influencers cover this information all throughout 2022. This just came out December 12, 2022. This article from Reuters reads, exclusive, U.S. Justice Department is split over charging Binance as crypto world falters. Some key highlights from this one read, the investigation began in 2018 and is focused on Binance's compliance with U.S. and anti-money laundering laws and sanctions. Some of the at least half a dozen federal prosecutors involved in the case believe the evidence already gathered justifies moving aggressively against the exchange and filing criminal charges against individual executives, including founder CZ, said 2 of the sources. Others have argued taking time to review more evidence, the sources say. Scrolling down here, the stakes are high for the deeply troubled crypto sector. If the investigation goes against Binance and CZ, it could loosen Binance's grip on the industry. Its hold has been strengthened by the recent collapse of the rival exchange FTX. Binance's defense attorney at U.S. law firm Gibson Dunn have held meetings in recent months with Justice Department officials, the 4 people said. Among Binance's argument, a criminal prosecution would wreak havoc on the crypto market already in prolonged downturns. The discussion included potential plea deals, according to 3 of the sources. So this is something to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen, in 2023, okay? If a criminal prosecution is put into place, it says right here that would wreak havoc in the cryptocurrency market. Something to pay attention to. It's something to be mindful of, especially if you hold digital assets on the Binance exchange. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this article came out on the 13th of October, 2022. Binance's UK subsidiary accused of filing grossly inaccurate annual reports. Corporate filings by the co-owner of one of Binance's UK subsidiaries have accused Binance of filing grossly inaccurate annual reports with respects to over 97 million euro worth of funds apparently sourced from Binance customers. The subsidiary is Binance Digital, which was incorporated in the UK in 2019 as a self-described joint venture between Binance and the company called Diplomex, or Diplex. Sorry if I butchered that. Public records show that the company is majority owned by Binance founder CEO CZ, with the DIMPLX owning 20%, according to the, I'm just going to call this Dimplex. The Binance terms of use during Q1 2020 designate Binance Digital as the appointed apparent entity legally responsible for transactions conducted at the Binance.com exchange. The accusation came into light as DimpleX's own corporate filings from the late September concerning the period ending February 2021. The report says that DimpleX interest in Binance Digital represents its entire business operation, and as such, the directors of DimpleX sought to assess the fair value of its shareholding. It is here that DimpleX directors noticed the problem. According to the filing, DimpleX's, I hope that I'm pronouncing that right, DimpleX's, that's a hard word to say for some odd reason for me. Directors say that the director report and audited financial statement of Binance Digital for the period of ending 30 December to 2020 are grossly inaccurate and lacking several material respects. In particular, they say that Binance Digital statements record a cash balance of 97 million euro at the end of the period, while also recording the exact same amount as owned to non-affiliated entities. I don't know. This is so sketchy, ladies and gentlemen. Super sketchy. The net result of this is that the Binance Digital annual report filed by the Binance do not accurately report and or sufficiently subscribe or disclose Binance's digital turnover, assets, liabilities, including potential tax liabilities, net profits, nature of operations, and or related party transactions. So with these articles and these fundamentals in mind, covering everything that's been going on around, the Binance exchange, ladies and gentlemen, do your own due diligence. As an investor in this market space, this up and coming emerging asset class, protect and preserve your capital. Do whatever means necessary that you feel you need to do as an investor to keep your money the longest in this game. Okay. Whatever comes to mind when I say that to you, get that done. But having your money on these exchanges, ladies and gentlemen, especially an exchange like Binance, where in the past, ever since 2022, the beginning in January, okay, this article came out in January 2022, ladies and gentlemen, there's been sketchy things, sketchy headlines going around with Binance Exchange. I don't know why people entrust their money into these crypto exchanges. That's beyond me. This was a very interesting read, but to save time for this video, I will link this one in the description down below. This article reads, how Binance CEO and aides plotted to dodge regulators in the US and UK. And remember, in this article right here, they stated that they are attempting to work with US regulators, right? Interesting to say the least, how it's all coming into fruition. It's all coming into light. Like I said in this tweet, time will tell all. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't thank you all more for 10,000 YouTube subscribers. I really do appreciate the love and the support. Make sure that you are smashing that thumbs up button and subscribing to the YouTube channel. This was simply just a little Monday fundamental breakdown surrounding the cryptocurrency market space and introduction to everything that we're going to cover in this week's video breakdowns. As always, ladies and gentlemen, be cognizant, be aware, do your own personal research, and I will see you all in the next YouTube video breakdown.
I won't stop till I hear him say, la, 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 la.